Hi guys, I'm Rob, welcome back to the channel. One thing to do, always test your brakes on the outlap, otherwise you end up taking out your boss's boss. Yeah, not that great. So this was a Friday night 6:30 session, so a standard adult race experience, so 2 15-minute sessions at TeamSport Sheffield. You may have picked up there, I've got my boss's boss, and I've got a few other of my work colleagues. There are 10 of us from my work, and we've come along. There are 3 other people on the session. Not quite sure, well, I thought they were members because they weren't in our briefing, but they were very slow, so I can't be 100% sure. We're going to go with slow drivers, that's for certain. So yeah, red flag, but that's partly my fault, as I had smacked the back of the kart in front of me there. So as we release under the yellow flags, I'm now thinking, okay, this kart hasn't got very good brakes. What can I do with it? Don't need brakes, essentially, unless someone slams on the brakes in front of you. Then you need them. Or you run out of room, like in that case where the kart was driving in front of me. So as these two go off fighting, there was quite a bit of rivalry, by the way, between all of us building up to this. We had previously done an entire company exclusive Grand Prix event where there were 3 groups of 20 karts out, but this was just the 10 of us from our particular department. So I've just snuck past the boss there, and one more kart, and drive past him up the ramp and give him a little wave to go, I'm off now, bye. So naturally, with me going as regularly as I go, I'd been bigging myself up, so I had no choice but to show everyone else off. Show everyone else up, rather, sorry. Wrong word there. And obviously first lap, yes, it's gonna be slow, but that's because it's the first lap and we've had that red flag, and we had the little yellow flag that comes with it. That's all to be expected. What we're expecting to do after that, though, is not get caught by anyone and just stay in front. If we can do that, we're golden. Now obviously we've experienced already, this kart has, let's say, a limited braking ability. The pedal pretty much hits the stop before anything actually happens. Kart just abandoned there, still on the green flag. They were there for a few minutes, but apparently, although not long enough for me to get round and see them again. They were there for what felt like an eternity. So yeah, this kart's not that great. And on a first flying lap, we come round and we're doing a 1:01 and a high 1:01 at that. That's not good for this kart. Well, it's not good for today. But we'll carry on. Got a little bit of traffic already. We're only on lap 3. Thankfully, passed them nice and quickly there. And some more traffic coming up ahead too. Again, reasonably tidy round them. Would have slowed me up a little bit there, but not by that much. So now we come round them, hairpin and up the ramp, which again feels slow. They always feel slow. Those are big ramps. They go up essentially 2 floors, and they always feel slow. And this, believe it or not, is the quickest lap I got in for this session of 1:01.0. Obviously we've come into a yellow flag here, a red flag here, so we've had to come to a stop. Yes, I was a little late on the brakes coming to a stop, knowing I needed to finish that lap. So perhaps I would have been under 1:01, but yeah, it was highly unlikely. Let's leave it at that. So as we wait for the marshals to clear whatever the incident is, we just think, we can see the screen from here, so I already know I'm going faster than anyone else. The screen just at the bar area there, it shows fastest laps, not the order, but I was at the top because I was the last car to cross the line, and I could see that it was a 1 minute one, so I wasn't happy, so I knew I needed to get on with it. But unfortunately, yeah, just this kart today just meant that it wasn't going to be happening for us. If there's any squeaking or anything in the background, I apologise, I can't do anything about that noise today. Yeah, it was quite it was quite common to see karts facing the wrong way, or being very slow through corners, having just spun out at least. Yeah. So the squeaking behind me, if you can hear it, is birds. Oh, our birds. There are 3 birds nearby. Coming up to a slow-moving car like that was quite common on this session, and this guy wasn't, I don't think, one of my work guys, but defended well, and I just got the better run out, and so nicely passed, and now we go on with our lap. This kart, I think, felt slightly slower than usual going up the ramps, and that's probably why my hand came off the wheel there in a little bit of what's going on. But these karts are so uneven at the moment, it's no point even going in to try and change it to get a different one, as we've done ourselves another 1 minute one under a green flag, but now we're stuck behind a slow moving kart with not really anywhere to go as they take up all the track. So it's just a case of biding our time, finding a way past, but then coming under a red flag. Now they did actually pass me back under the red flag, but I'll let that one go because it turns out this marshal was trying to talk to both of us here. Couldn't hear her, so she comes running up, and the question that you probably what you possibly may or may not have heard there was, did you get a black flag? Yeah, I did. Okay, you need to go to the pits then. So I'm guessing fairly early on he'd been shown it and had forgotten, or was choosing not to go to the pits. Not one of our guys, by the way. I keep forgetting that I'm slightly on the ramp here and releasing my foot off the brake ever so slightly. But we'll soon be back underway again. The marshal's back off the track, so they should release us soon. And there we go. They've released us. But now, seeing as he got back in front, I'm going to sit behind him. We'll wait for the green flag like that, and then we'll just have a think about the inside there. Not sure how he's going to take that corner. Okay, he's going to go straight. Yeah, we won't question that. Figured he was going to turn at some point, but didn't expect him to do that. So naturally this is going to be a nice long lap because of that long red flag. I imagine they were dealing with something else as well, possibly people being silly as they've come to a stop on the red flag is usually a common issue there. People just don't know how to stop a kart in control. Obviously you've only got rear brakes, and they panic seeing the red flag and just slam on the brakes. So yeah, a 2 minute 20, that's yeah, we won't go there. More karts ahead. Can we get past them cleanly, nice and slow, so we can stick it up the inside of that one? What's this next one going to be like? Okay, they're in a battle. And their first kart messed up the corner. So we'll just take that straight around the outside. And away we go. It does make it easy when they get out your way for you. you haven't got to fight then. Particularly when they're already fighting, it really slows you down. But if they're going to do that, that's really great for us. So back to another 1 minute one. That's pretty much all this cart's got in it with me driving. Maybe someone else could have got it down to a 1 minute, maybe even a 59, but there's no way that even the fast guys would drive this kart doing 57s. I'd be willing to put money on that if I were a gambling man. So another kart going a very funky line through the corner. Just bide our time again. Unfortunately we're in a part where most people will be all over the place. Thankfully they've gone wide out of there, then we managed to stick it up the inside. That won't have cost us too much time, but it will have cost us a bit. So we'll just have to see what happens through the rest. Fastest lap board, but yeah, still only a 1 minute one, so we're not anything to shout or cheer about. But give the marshal a thumbs up anyway. He's out there encouraging me, and we come under another yellow flag, so whatever that lap time was going to be, it got delayed by, let's say, a second at the end there. So 1 minute 2 for us. And as we come on to the final 2 laps, I think, let's see if we can get any more out of this kart. So I give it a little wiggle coming out of that hairpin. See if I can feel any extra grip that I haven't felt before, perhaps. But it turns out there wasn't any. As we come up to the back of another kart, again we've managed to do the cut back coming out of that section. And again the hand comes off the wheel up the ramp. I'm really not happy with this kart going up the ramp. And we're into another red flag. Hand up, control stop. Wait for it to be over. This one's only a quick one, thankfully. But we are running out of time in the session now. And we had already noticed while we were waiting to go out that the sessions were being cut 1 or 2 minutes short, so we'll have to see how long we actually get on track, because I doubt we were going to get the full 15 minutes. Minute 24, but you know, had a red flag, don't care. Traffic ahead as we come onto the final lap. Helpfully spins out right in front of me, so a quick change of my line and I'm past. Try a little bit of a flick going into that corner there by the looks of things. Don't know if that's actually what I meant to do there, but it's what happened. Seeing a marshal on the side, so I know he's going down to the pits, because that's the end of our session. Not great for them to be walking around the track like that under green flags, although at least in this case, next week you'll see a different case. He was at least on the tyre barriers. And so yeah, doing the latter part of the lap under yellow flags. It's not going to be quick at all again then. As I had a little bit of a slide going through there. Don't know whether that was intentional or not, considering we are under the yellow flags. I'm not going that slowly, but there we go. Go across the line for the final time on a 1 minute 9. So join me again next week for the second session of this visit. The idea for that was always just to keep showing off, I guess. Put alongside one there because I know he's Dan, who I go regularly with, and I'd managed to catch up to the back of him, so I was happy. So yeah, thanks very much for joining me, guys. Please do like the video, leave a comment down below, hit the subscribe button and turn on those notifications, and join me next time for the next session. Cheers.